Hi everyone, I'm Maria DeSimone, a professional astrologer. Welcome to my channel. You can find out more about me and my work at my website, insightfulastrology.com. I am doing a very unusual video today, and it's basically just something that I woke up thinking about. And it is about Venus in Aries and the problem of having Venus in Aries. So this might be a little controversial for some of you who study astrology and you feel like, okay, well, there is no good and bad in anything. And there's not. I agree with that 100%. It is just the way that the energies are being expressed. But I have to say that as an astrologer, there is something to the fact that planets express their energy in a much easier, more supported way when they are in signs that are compatible to that planetary energy. So Venus is the planet of love and harmony, beauty, pleasure. It is magnetism. It is receptive attraction. Venus is ruled by, just love and goodness and everything's sweet. Venus is not harsh and abrasive. Venus is yummy and delicious and, you know, let me go have a snack. That's Venus. Let me go have a snack. And that's why the signs Taurus and Libra are ruled by Venus. Okay, so they're happy with being in these signs. Whenever Venus is in Taurus or Libra, it can express the energy of Venus in the most natural way, the way that Venus is meant to. So I may end up doing a whole series on all of the planets when they are in a sign of detriment or fall, but I'm doing Venus and Aries today because I have Venus and Aries, and I've been thinking about something that, people have said to me over and over again, but it has caused a big problem in my Venus love life, okay, because Venus rules love. And this is a little personal, but I'm sharing it with you because I want to help you understand why certain planets do better in certain signs than others, and also why, you know, you have a certain energy and you're going to live with that energy for the rest of your life, and you have to learn how to reconcile it and utilize it in the most highest vibration way that you can. Okay, so my Venus is in Aries. If you're watching this video, you have Venus in Aries, or you know someone who has Venus in Aries, or you're just really interested in astrology, so you want to understand more about this. And Venus placed in the sign Aries is in detriment because it is opposite the sign that it rules. It is opposite Libra in this case. And Aries is more connected to warrior energy, to fierce independence, to going at it alone. Venus is about love and harmony and partnership and collaboration, particularly when it is in Libra, the sign that is opposite Aries, right? So Venus's natural tendency is to balance. It is to achieve harmony. When you're born with Venus in Aries, whether you're a man or a woman, the way that you go after love is inherently incompatible to the Venus nature because Venus is receptive and magnetic, but in Aries, Aries is independent, pioneering, leading. It wants to be first, it wants to go, it is rushing, it is impulsive. So somebody with Venus in Aries tends to be much more assertive in Venus ruled matters: love, harmony, the pursuit of money and pleasure. Venus in Aries is going to go after what he or she wants. And that doesn't match Venus. And in particular, if you are a woman with Venus in Aries, this will affect you differently, whether you're a woman or a man. regardless of your sexual orientation. Okay, so I could speak from my experience as a heterosexual woman, and I would love to hear your comments. If you have Venus in Aries, if you're a man, woman, uh, whatever your sexual orientation is, let me know if you relate to this. So I've always had this problem in love. Now, in money, when it comes to money, Venus ruled matters with money. I don't have it, it's actually helped me. It's actually been really good. But in love, it's been a disaster. Okay, so let me talk about the good first. I'll talk about the money part first. Now, I'm not a billionaire. I'm not even a millionaire, not yet, anyway. But I do. Aries is an entrepreneurial sign. Aries is an ambitious sign. Aries goes after what it wants. So you put Venus, planet that rules money, and your talents, your ability to make money in Aries. So you have a very entrepreneurial spirit. You have a person who will go after money making opportunities and who will create money making opportunities. And I consider myself a spiritual entrepreneur. And Aries is very pioneering, groundbreaking, likes to do things that that haven't been done before. And so in my career, across the almost 20 years of my career as an astrologer, that has turned out to be true. And I have done a lot of things very successfully as an astrologer because I have not been afraid to create opportunities for myself, to take that risk and to go after what I wanted to do in order to make money. I have been very aggressive, assertive, and fearless when it comes to pursuing that, when it comes to developing my talents, showing my talents, um, delivering my value. I'm very assertive about that. And that is because Venus is in Aries, right? Aries is aggressive and pioneering and entrepreneurial. So it could work much easier, I think, in going after what you want financially. Now, it can also be a little difficult in the sense of finances because Aries is a solo type of energy. Venus wants to collaborate. Venus naturally wants to collaborate and be partnered. Venus in Aries is a lone wolf. And I don't do well in business partnerships. I don't do well in collaboration. I do well when I do it my way, on my own. And the minute you put me in a situation where I have to be a team player or I have to really consider what other people need and want to do in terms of business, I uh, I don't thrive in that environment. I have to do it my way. So that is where it can cause some trouble if I'm in a situation where I do have to collaborate because my tendency is Venus and Aries, got to do it my way. And and so that is where it shows its detriment in terms of money and business. Okay. But overall, I will say that Venus and Aries has been very good to me in terms of business. But in my love life, man, I got to tell you, it is so interesting to observe how, as a heterosexual woman, Venus in Aries has caused me a lot of difficulty. And I'll explain why. So, you know, Aries is, again, not afraid to go after what she wants, is assertive, is it you're mixing a masculine energy, Aries, with a feminine energy, Venus. Venus wants to be feminine. Remember, it's the planet. The planet is the boss. The planet is what we're talking about. And the sign is just how that planet is going to express itself. So Venus is Venus, and Venus wants to be feminine and wants to be receptive and magnetic and lovely and all of that. But Aries is just harsh and abrasive, and no, definitely none of that. It's masculine, and uh, and I hope this doesn't offend people. I don't even know if this is an expression that's said anymore, but my kids always would say this about me, and so it's called BDE, big dick energy. And if you're a lot older and you're watching this, you might not know what it is. I mean, look it up in like Urban Dictionary or just Google BDE, big dick energy. So basically, everybody tells me all the time that I have BDE. And I do. I definitely do. I know I do. I can be so aggressive. But look at me. It doesn't match, right? You wouldn't think that by looking at me. You would not think that I could be this incredibly assertive, aggressive type of woman who goes after what she wants. You don't see me coming, right? You think, oh, wow, she's sweet and feminine and all that. And no, I have Venus in Aries. I will eat you for breakfast. But you just don't believe it because you're looking at something different. And it's funny because my BDE helps me in business and finance and all of that, but it hurts me in my love life situations over and over again because I will run into situations where men are pleasantly surprised and at first like the fact that I'll make the first move, I'll show interest, I have no problem. But the man wants to be the man. And this is where the Venus in Aries gets into trouble if she's a woman. I don't know how to just sit back and be the woman. I don't know how to not take charge. And it's comical, but it's really a little sad at the same time because Venus again is in her detriment. So she's uncomfortable expressing the Venus ruled energy the way that Venus wants to express itself. So this BDE is a problem because I say this all the time. The biggest problem that I have come across in my love life is that, and I metaphorically speaking, I'm not being literal, obviously, but I will say things like, the problem that I have is that my dick is bigger than any man I've ever met. And I mean that in the sense of my strength and my power, because I am a very strong and powerful woman. And that hurts me in relationships. That hurts me because most men want to be the man, the aggressor. They want to be stronger than the woman. They want to make more money. They want to be more successful. They want to take charge, take the lead. And when you've got Venus in Aries, that's not how you roll. You feel that you are attractive when you're showing your strength, not when you're sitting pretty in a corner waiting for the man to, take care of everything for you. And so my natural way of being causes problems in love relationships when I show too much of my strength. But also, I will say that Venus in Aries tends to be selfish and self motivated and self directed. So, like I said, in business, I don't do well in partnership, right? I want to do things my way in business. But that happens in personal relationships too, because when you have Venus in Aries, it becomes really difficult to compromise the way that you need to maintain the successful balance in a partnership. And I make fun of my Libra rising, Libra sun, Libra, Venus and Libra friends all the time when I hear them talk about their partner. And, let's say I'm like, oh, let's go out for dinner, or let's go do this, or do you want to come to this event with me? The Libra types are always saying, sure, let me discuss it with so and so first and I'll get back to you. Or sure, let me just run it by blah, 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 and I'll get back to you. So they're referring to their partner. They have to check in with their partner before they make a decision. Whenever I hear that, it drives me bananas because my Venus is in Aries. And if I want to do something, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to go and say, hey, so and so, do you mind if I do this? I'm going to do it. And that becomes a problem when you've got Venus and Aries and you're trying to have a successful relationship. And so, this is talking about, hopefully, you watching this video is bringing the astrology to life and making you really see why planets are in detriment and fall in certain signs. It's not about, oh, the energy is so bad and horrible. It's about it's not naturally expressing itself the way it wants to. Okay. So I am certainly not shit talking Venus and Aries and Venus and Aries people. I've got it. And I'm hopefully explaining the strengths and some of the problems with it. But I think you can see how inherently somebody with Venus in Taurus or Venus in Libra is going to have a much easier time in love than Venus in Aries or a Venus in Scorpio person. Uh, or yeah, Venus in any of the other signs, because they don't have that detriment fall situation. But uh, now if you're a man and you have Venus in Aries, Venus is always Venus. Venus is love. Venus is the way that you go about getting love, how you flirt, if you're, but also it's it's how you make money, your talents and abilities. So if you're a man with Venus in Aries, again, you're going to have that entrepreneurial spirit and you're going to want to go after things your way financially, and that's probably not going to be an issue for you unless you're trying to collaborate in partnership because you're going to do things your way. Okay, so you may run into that problem as well. But in love, Venus is the type of woman that you're attracted to. So you may find that you are attracted to women who you then turn around and say are total selfish people. But you were attracted to that. Or you are attracted to a woman who is very strong, but too strong. So strong that they don't need you in some way. Okay. And comment, please. If you are a man with Venus and Aries, I want to know how this affects you, how this affects your life. And if you are a gay man, if you are a lesbian woman, if you are bisexual and you have Venus and Aries, tell me if you're relating to what I'm saying on any level, because I know you will. Venus is Venus, regardless of your sexual orientation, but I just want to know how it's been brought to life for you. I think that would be really interesting to share that conversation in the comments below. But these are just my Venus and Aries thoughts and why Venus is such a problem in Aries. If it's placed in Aries, even though it can be really good in some ways, it's not easy. Being Venus and having to express it in war all the time and in such an assertive, aggressive way. It's just not easy. But you have to be who you are. And the only way to really function is to make peace with your energy, not to disown your energy, not to say, oh, I have Venus and Aries, so something is wrong with me. I better not express it. I better fight it. And I better start expressing it more like Libra. That's never going to work because that's not who you are. We have this in our psyche. It's our cosmic DNA. So our cosmic DNA says we have Venus and Aries, and we're going to express Venus in Aries-like ways, for better or for worse. So we have to be aware of it and maybe sometimes, take some advice from the opposite sign Libra to try to get a little more balanced, but don't do it at the expense of disowning who you are. Okay. My Venus is in Aries and I'm not going to apologize for it. I recognize where it can get me into trouble sometimes, but I'm not going to stop being who I am. And I don't want you to stop being who you are either, because there are strengths to it. Being a strong person is a pretty awesome quality, if you ask me. Being an independent person is pretty awesome. Okay. Being willing to take a risk in a Venus ruled matter can really work out well for you. There are many other people who would not take that risk, who would be so afraid of being rejected or getting it wrong. Venus in Aries doesn't operate that way. Venus in Aries is courageous, is fearless, and that can help you in the right circumstances. But just be aware of when Venus in Aries can get you into trouble. So, all right, this video is long enough. If you like this type of content, let me know. I will do more videos on other planets in other signs that are in detriment and fall. so that I can bring the astrology to life for you and help you understand it in a better way. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.